This episode of GMK is brought to you by Devil's Gap Marina, located at the end of Matheson Bay Road on beautiful Lake of the Woods and open all year round.
Good morning,
Good
Kenora.
morning, guys. What is going on out there?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
I think this is the let's not talk about the weather show at all. Because I got up this morning and I looked outside and I was like, oh, it's pretty. Oh, it's not pretty. It's not. It's terrible. It's horrible. And as I got in my car this morning, my driveway sloped. So it was like, oh, right, my car's on an ice rink that's covered in a nice thin dusting of snow.
It's not thin anymore.
Oh,
and it's not going to be
horrible.
thin. We're going to get another 2 to 4 centimeters today.
Oh, it's terrible. So I guess we have to check it out.
Yes.
The Good Morning Kenora weather is brought to you by Casey's Bar and Grill. Today is a high of -7 and a low of -10 with apparently 5 to 10 centimeters.
Oh.
Tomorrow a high of -5 and a low of -14 with some sunshine and no more snow. And then Thursday, I can't even say it, high of -2 and a low of -13.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm corrected. It's grill and bar. Sorry. So yes, it is terrible out. It's
guess so.
Terrible,
Well,
it's horrible, and I don't like it.
I didn't look outside until I was out the door. And I almost wore a skirt suit today.
Yep.
I've got an interview this afternoon and I'm really excited about it.
I'm excited.
And
But
yeah, look outside and I was like, oh, it's snowing.
As soon as I saw it, it crushed my dreams of an early spring. So I was like, you know what?
Yet.
I'm unimpressed.
Yet, it could be out like a lion, so.
We'll see. We will see. So, it's one of those things. But today we do have a really good show.
Yeah.
Lots going on.
Jam-packed.
So it is going to distract us from the horrible, horrible weather outside. Today, Councillor Ron Lunny is in here today, and he's going to talk budgets because they are doing budgeting.
Yes.
Deb Novak is here from Triple Play. And also we have Emily and Jan from Kenora Women's Action Network.
Yes.
Whew. I've been trying to get my head wrapped around that all morning. So we have a big packed show, lots going on. So yeah. And you've got an exciting day. You do have an interview.
Yes, two. Actually, yes,
Nice.
because this volunteering thing, Jack, is not paying the bills.
But it's helping you get a job.
That's
Yes.
right. It pays off in other ways. It's networking. So congratulations. Good for you. You kind of excited? You're gonna rock those job interviews?
Knock on wood. I've been studying all week, and we shall see.
You know what the funny thing is? I haven't had a job interview in I don't know how long. It's been a long time. And even like looking at my resume, it's like, because once in a while I look through my computer, I find my resume, and it's, I don't know, 12 years out of date. So you just kind of sit and go, oh,
Yeah.
please don't get fired because I'd be doomed. So let's get into it. Let's skip to a break, and when we come back, let's bring on Councillor Ron Lunny. Let's talk some money.
Sounds good.
Kenora would like to thank Wind and Water Interiors for being a proud supporter of local television programming. Wind and Water Interiors, 326 2nd Street South.
One tree over its lifetime will remove about 40 tons of pollution from the atmosphere and replace it with pure air. Think what millions of trees will do. Help Tree Canada grow clean air. Trees do their part. Let's do ours.
Grew up in a small town, and when the rain would fall down, I would pray. I'll spread my wings and I'll learn how to fly. I'll do what it takes till I touch the sky, and I'll take a risk, take a chance, make a change, break away. My name is Noah, and I'm a Warriors champ. I lost my leg in an accident. Now, I'm a safety ambassador. Today, I'm part of a great Eskimos tradition. I'm the 13th player, and I represent all the fans. Whatever game you play, play safe. A message from the Eskimos, the CFL, and the Warriors.
welcome back to the show, everyone.
Welcome back, Mr. Lenny.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
Absolutely. I'm glad you made it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you want to talk about the weather, do you?
No, not at all. So, busy time. You were talking before the show. You're talking. It's budget time.
That's right, Chris. It is budget time for the city. The staff have been doing a great job. Karen Brown, our CAO, has been doing most of the budgets because we lost our Auditor General in November, which of course is the start budget time. So she's doing a great job doing that over and above, of course, hers, as well as Charlotte Eady, our treasurer. And so they're all out now. The binders are out, and councils are busy reading them. And it'll be we're working all day Thursday to settle the budget.
Okay. Any surprises? Anything that came up that you weren't really prepared for?
Budget time is always difficult because I've always said, and I probably said in the last show, our taxes are too high in the city, and we're doing our best because it's not sustainable, and of course salaries and everything else aren't sustainable. So we're trying to bring the budget back into line and make Kenora a easier place, cheaper place to live, so we can attract more people. Right now, it's almost as though we're closed for business, or our taxation is, but we are working on it to reduce the taxes, and it's going to happen. You're going to see what's going to come out of it. It is, truly it is. And of course, we deal with MPAC, the Municipal Property Assessment Corporation, who is very, very complicated to deal with, and the way things are working with them right now, it makes it very difficult for us, because if you take an area, for instance, where it's all new buildings going in, Black Sturgeon is a prime example. Everything there is assessed at actual sale value, because it's all new. They're paying $250,000 for a lot that's probably worth $50,000 10, 15 years ago. So therefore, that's the assessment on it. So therefore, the assessments in that area are really, really high, actual value, whereas places where houses aren't selling, the taxes are going to be lower because there's been no comparable sales because of the lack of sales. So it's inequitable and very difficult for council to deal with and to explain.
So do you guys have some experts in these fields to come in and help you guys figure things out?
Our experts are the people we have within the city, our staff.
No, nice.
Oh no, we have excellent people on that. But you're dealing with the government, Municipal Property Assessment Corporation. So that in itself will explain it's going to be very difficult, and it is complicated, truly complicated.
Well, I remember I think it was last year. I think I got a letter in the mail.
Yeah.
Just saying we've assessed your property.
Yeah.
And I was, oh. So I don't know what happened. I just kind of, somebody just showed up and looked at my property, and he said, so it was kind of a shock. And then of course, subsequently, it's like, well, now you have to pay more. And I'm like, how does this work?
No, and it's assessed by computer by virtue of sales. So I know there's one spot in the city. The person owns 3 lots. It's a rock pile, and he got a bill, a tax assessment for $160,000, and it's worth nothing.
Wow.
So like I say, there's no feet on the ground doing it. So it makes it most difficult.
Well, it makes me very happy that you were on the ground. You have a good council that is looking at the budget and trying to get it in line. It's very encouraging that.
Well, thank you, Chris. Yeah. A lot's going on this month, too. I'm going down to one of the best things I've ever been on the council is the International Joint Commission on Water Sustainability for Lake of the Woods. So many interesting things you learn from that. So many things I could tell you right now. We don't have the time, but most interesting facts that are happening. But I'll be going down to that on the 13th next week, and they'll give you a report when I get back sometime in April, maybe.
No, that'd be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So, and generally in council, so you have a thing on Thursday. But anything else kind of going on that we should know about?
No, taxes right now are the big thing, and it's taking up all of council's time right now. A lot of minor things constantly happening, but within that tax structure, we have to plan. What are we going to do with the rec center? What are we going to do with roads? What are we going to do with everything? So all this will come out after our meeting on Thursday. We'll be able to establish our direction, at least for the next year.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stump you just a little bit because it just popped in my head.
Go for it.
Okay, good. Performing Arts Center.
Yes.
Has that come in? I know they talked about years ago, and once in a while I hear rumblings of it. So when budget comes, Is there? Have you thinking about it? Is that ever come up?
Yeah, it's a good question, but that's been on our list, our things we'd like to do list, probably ever since Rory McMillan got on council, which has been a long time. So yeah, he keeps it on. But yeah, no, we're looking at that right now, and of course the other thing that you probably know as well is this month we're going to find out what's going to happen with the casino, if we're getting the casino or not.
Okay.
And if we get that, then possibly there could be a performance center going into that. So yeah, we're working on other stuff too. We're working on the rec center again, twinning. There's a committee involved in that. So we could conceivably put in a concert hall if it doesn't go into the casino or whatever. So all this stuff is just we'd like to do. Maybe we can do. Let's see if we can do it. But we have to wait until we get announcements from the government regarding the casino.
Absolutely, but that's fantastic. I mean, at least we know that it's on the radar, and you guys are.
Yeah.
And that's something I do love about the last 2 years. Council and the mayor have been very forward-thinking. You guys have been really on the edge and really on the ball, trying to get things working and trying to build a better Kenora, which you know what is fantastic.
Yeah,
so.
thanks, really.
Well, thank you. No, the council is on side for that. It is very progressive. It is, yeah.
Well, Ron, thanks very much for coming in. We do have a packed show, so we're going to have to ask you.
You betcha, Chris, and good to be here. And so nice sitting beside this lovely lady all the time.
It is a privilege.
It is. Thank you.
Thank you, and enjoy your conference, and we'll have you on when you get back to give us a bit of a report.
Perfect. I look forward to that.
Excellent. We're going to go to a quick break,
carefully out there.
and when we come back, we're going to bring on Dev Novak from Triple Play.
It can begin with the simplest of gestures. A gift of time, energy, commitment. Something precious that grows stronger with every hand that touches it, and grows across communities and through the very fabric of our nation, and begins, once again, with the simplest of gestures. To Canada's 6.5 million volunteers, thanks.
Kidney disease affects an estimated 2 million Canadians. Many don't even know they have it. But thanks to the Kidney Foundation of Canada's innovative programs and vital research, countless people have been able to turn to us to help them manage, delay, and in some cases even prevent the disease. We're the Kidney Foundation of Canada. Please support us. We're behind you all the way.
Welcome back to the show.
Welcome back. Welcome, Dev. Oh my goodness. I'm thinking of stumper questions for you.
The snow is throwing you off.
Sorry, Dev. So how are you? How are things?
Great, and I do have a comment about the weather. The snow comes before the Easter Bunny every year.
Oh, it's true.
Oh, right. You know what? I forgot. Easter's coming up.
Yes, it's early, so don't worry. It'll be gone by the time the Easter Bunny comes.
Thank goodness. Done and done. But speaking of snow, Winter Carnival, how did it go?
Oh, we had a great weekend. We had 32 people come for ice fishing, which was amazing. So I need to say thanks to Matt and Evan from the M&R and Josh Peacock, who brought the prizes, and the staff at Creighton Youth Center, who let us use the building and helped out, drilled 30 holes. We had prizes for the most fish, and a little girl caught 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
And for the biggest fish, and it was the best day. It wasn't too cold. It was great.
How big is the biggest fish?
We didn't weigh it, but we just went by looking at it, and it was a pretty big fish.
Yeah, it was like this big?
Well, it was about the size of that sheet of paper. It was pretty big.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, it was great. And what a great afternoon. And then we had 200 people come to our free swim.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was a successful weekend for Triple Play. It was really good.
That is really, really good. Oh, congratulations. So, so that's all done. That's all wrapped up. What's next? What's going on?
Starting to plan for the next wave of fundraisers. We start barbecuing the weekend of the 3-on-3 Hockey for Health, and then they just keep going. every few weekends. We've booked a weekend for Take a Kid Fishing Day, which is June 22nd. If anybody has a boat, would like to take a few kids out fishing, that would be great. It's amazing when you live on Lake of the Woods, there are people who have never been in a boat. There are kids who have never been out in a boat.
Oh, sorry.
Really? No.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll be honest, last summer, I was out in the boat in Lake of the Woods for the first time in, I don't know, 20 odd years. So as we were going there, where do you want to go? I'm like,
For a boat ride.
yeah, for a boat, let's go. So yeah.
Well, you'll have to be one of our volunteer fishermen then this summer.
Fisherman. you want somebody who's good at something. I don't, I actually, again, last year, I fished, I just kind of I got some stuff, went to the dock, and I fished for a little while. Caught a jackfish, but I don't, not fish hands, so.
Well, the smiles on the kids' faces when they get to the boat and they realize that they're actually going in the boat for a boat ride and spending the afternoon out fishing, they're so excited. It's unbelievable.
I can absolutely imagine. I know it's my kids too. Fishing. They go with the grandparents and they get very, very excited just to get out. And I mean, for a lot of time they put the rod down and they're doing other things, but they love being out there.
Yep,
So.
yep. And any of the kids that we send out in the boat, they get a fishing rod and a very little tackle box so that when they come home and Take a Kid Fishing Day is over, they can go fishing on their own.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so they can continue to have an activity that doesn't cost any money for the rest of the summer. And Matt Brooks from the M&R is really good. He tells them all the fishing rules and regulations for Lake of the Woods, cleans the fish, and they get to take the fish home with them that day.
Oh,
That's
nice.
fantastic. Very, very good. So, and then, so that's coming up, and then barbecuing. As soon as it's barbecuing, I was set.
As soon as barbecue season starts, and which I said is the end of April,
Yep.
we go right until mid-September.
Nice.
Every weekend or every other weekend.
Well, it's fantastic. I know Triple Play, like when I talk to other parents and people around, they say, my kid's playing baseball this year, they're doing something, and Triple Play always comes up.
We have kids in 35 different local activities. And it doesn't have to be sports like we talked last week. We had kids in music and vocal lessons, Tri-Light Theater, anything that's a recreational activity. If they qualify, they're in.
Nice. So here's what qualifying. What are the ages? I mean, can I say
5 to 18.
5 to 18.
You do not qualify.
But-
Ages 5 to 18, they fill out an application, get it to me. There's a financial criteria page. And then we're good. We can provide up to $300 for an activity.
That's fantastic. Website information, people who can use?
Yep, contact me at 466-2785. We do have a website, www.donations@tripleplay. I have to think about that for a minute. Email address is donations@tripleplaykenora.com.
Okay, excellent. And we'll again, as usual, put that on our Facebook, and our Facebook is, facebook.com/Good Morning Kenora. So we'll do a link for you as well. If you have any other questions, you can email us at goodmorningkenora@shaw.ca. So if you have any questions, right, you want to hold Deb. Fantastic stuff.
Yes.
Exciting.
And it's Triple Play Tuesday, is it not?
Triple Play Tuesday, so I'm going to come back every Tuesday. Sometimes I might wear one of my other hats because I'm also with the Kuwait and Figure Skating Club and the Kenora Thistles. So I may have some news for some other things. But yeah, we'll mostly talk about Triple Play.
Wonderful.
Excellent. That's fantastic stuff. So, Deb, thanks very much. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for
Thank you very much
Thank
for what
you.
you do at Triple Play. That's wonderful.
It's great.
Yeah.
Very much is. So we are going to go on a quick break, and when we come back, I'm going to exit, and we're going to have Jan and Deb on with Tracy, and we're going to talk about the Kenora Women's Action Network.
Kenora would like to thank Wind and Water Interiors for being a proud supporter of local television programming. Wind and Water Interiors, 326 2nd Street South.
One tree over its lifetime will remove about 40 tons of pollution from the atmosphere and replace it with pure air. Think what millions of trees will do. Help Tree Canada grow clean air. Trees do their part. Let's do ours.
Grew up in a small town, and when the rain would fall down, I would pray. I'll spread my wings and I'll learn how to fly. I'll do what it takes till I touch the sky, and I'll take a risk, take a chance, make a change.
My name is Noah, and I'm a Ramps champ. I lost my leg in an accident. Now, I'm a safety ambassador. Today, I'm part of a great Eskimos tradition. I'm the 13th player, and I represent all the fans. Whatever game you play, play safe. A message from the Eskimos, the CFL, and the War Amps.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Emily. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you.
I am to do 19 burpees.
19, that's okay. Better than 33. Well, welcome Emily Rose Warren and Jan Lansdale from Kenora Women's Action Network.
Thank you.
I just moved back to Kenora, so I'm just relearning everything about Kenora. So the Kenora Women's Action Network is, if you wouldn't mind.
We head up most of the women's group activities in town. Yes, yeah. We've been together for about 5 or 6 years. It would be at least that.
Oh wow!
And we do International Women's Day and
Take Back
the
the
Night. And,
oh, wonderful!
And there's 2 more.
There's a
December 6th vigil.
Yeah. Sisters in Spirit. That's what.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that just passed. So welcome, and we are here to talk about International Women's Day today.
We are, yeah. It's on March 8th, and we're holding an event. It's actually a free event, so anybody can come, men, women, children. And it's on Friday. It's going to be at the Super 8 at the Minnis Hall.
Yes.
And it starts at 5:30. So we're starting with the chicken stew dinner first, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And bannock and some snacks, and then we're going to move into a bunch of entertainment.
Nice.
So we've put together a good lineup. Jan has some of the. Do you want to talk about some of the?
We have the Métis Women's Drum Group coming. We also have a Stalls female band. Tanya Cameron and her daughter will be there to do some musical arrangements, and
we have the Little Métis dancers.
Yes, and the cheerleaders.
We have some cheerleaders coming to do some
it's
cheering.
Gonna be a big.
We have a bunch of different kinds of singing and musical instruments. I think we have possibly some bagpiping. We have some like East Indian dancing by Preet Khan. So this is like an event. It's going to be an all-night sort of thing. So it's from 5:30 till 9:30, and then around 7 o'clock we're going to do the Bread and Roses Award, which is an award that's given out to women, a certain woman that. So we're going to pick who that woman's going to be today. We have a bunch of nomination forms, and that's an award given out to someone that's kind of inspired other women in the community and that sort.
Oh, very nice. So you guys sent out like nominations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
How long has that been going on for?
Oh, Bread and Roses it's a worldwide thing. So, I mean, International Women's Day has been since the early 1900s. I don't know quite when the Bread and Roses Award goes back to, but.
So, do people get tickets online?
You don't need tickets. It's a free event. You could just come. It starts at 5:30, but if you want to come throughout, I'm sure that's fine too. And you can just pop by and or leave early or whatever.
Yeah.
And leading up to that, we've got what they call what we were calling the Walk of Fame, where we have women's photos in the rec center and the
little story of them too.
Yeah, all about some women that have inspired us. Or inspired other people in town in Kenora.
Yeah, is Oprah in there somewhere?
No, it's got to be local women, and it was other local women that wrote the stories, got the pictures. So you're going to start seeing them at the rec centers, both Kenora and Keebaton. They'll be at the high schools, and they're going to be in the mall. And is there one other place?
The Con College, I think, and Fellowship Center.
And Fellowship Center, yes.
Oh, okay. For how long?
Just a week. So the International Women's Week up until Friday, and then we're going to bring them to the Minnis Hall so we can have our display of all these fabulous women.
Nice. So it starts, International Women's Week today.
Yeah.
Well,
So there,
That's
yeah.
wonderful. That's,
Yeah.
congratulations on the International Women's Week,
Yeah.
ladies. So what else is going on?
But you know what? Men are also very welcome to this event. So you know, we don't want men to feel like they can't come, and children too. And we have a craft table for kids going on there. So if the moms and dads want to chill out and watch the entertainment, and the kids kind of get bored, there's a craft table. So.
Good.
Yeah.
So 5:30 Minutes Hall, March 8th.
Yes.
Which,
this Friday.
This Friday.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to throw in before we sign off? Or?
Not that I can think of.
Yeah,
You think
I think we
anything?
covered it. It's going to be a great night. We'd like to see lots of people there.
Yeah.
Great. Sounds
Yeah.
good. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you so much.
And we will be right back.
It can begin with the simplest of gestures. A gift of time, energy, commitment. Something precious that grows stronger with every hand that touches it, and grows across communities and through the very fabric of our nation, and begins, once again, with the simplest of gestures. To Canada's 6.5 million volunteers, thanks.
Kidney disease affects an estimated 2 million Canadians. Many don't even know they have it. But thanks to the Kidney Foundation of Canada's innovative programs and vital research, countless people have been able to turn to us to help them manage, delay, and in some cases even prevent the disease. We're the Kidney Foundation of Canada. Please support us. We're behind you, all the way.
Welcome back. There is a lot going on, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. It's just, you know what I mean. That's kind of one of those things when you don't pay attention. All these things start cropping up, and you don't really, you don't know until you start looking into it. There's tons of things going on all the time.
If I wrote everything down on the calendar, like it would be jam-packed and I would be very, very busy.
It's very true.
Yes.
And including all the stuff that you do on the side and everything else. So yeah, it's, you know what? It's the old thing where people go, there's nothing to do. Well, that's...
Really? No.
That's a lie.
Yeah.
There's tons of stuff to do. You just have to get out and check it out. Like check and
well, this
you find
International Women's Day thing at the Minutes Hall on Friday night, it sounds like it's going to be like a very full evening.
It is going to be very full because also they have... International Women's Day, they have a speaker that's bringing the Northwest Business Center is bringing in, Zahara El-Hazari.
Yeah, she has Chatelain's Women of the Year.
Yeah, exactly. So she's coming in to do some talking for International Women's Day too. So it's very, very cool.
Yeah.
Love it. So the only thing I do not love, and I despise immensely, is the weather. I don't like that. But here it is. So Casey's Grill and Bar weather is a high of -7 today and a low of -10 with up to 5 to 10 centimeters. Tomorrow, high of -5, low of -14 with some sunshine. Thursday, high of -2 and a low of -13 on the old Thursday. So
we got to get Ms. Laffin to get her shovel out.
yeah, absolutely. I've got, you know what? I used up a ton of kitty litter this morning. That stuff is universally awesome.
Oh, yeah,
It's-
kitty litter.
I don't know if kitty litter and duct tape, I don't know what is more useful.
And WD-40.
Oh, yeah. You
There
know
are
what?
many uses for that thing.
For my birthday, my mom got me like my backpack, roadside assistance kind of stuff, just in case it's stuck. But you know what? I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to put in WD-40, duct tape, and kitty litter into my trunk. And that's all I
good
need.
idea.
It's, you know what? That stuff is fabulous.
It's
Absolutely.
water displacement. WD, water displacement.
Oh, look at that.
I learned that the other day on
Learn-
Facebook of all places.
I learn something new every day if I'm not careful. Yeah, so it's good. We're going to have a good week this week as well. Len Mark is coming in from Lakewood with the concert series to talk about Lost Fingers.
Yep,
and
that's
also Haley Smith from Keewatin Curling Rink. She'll be here as well this week. Thursday, hopefully, we will get to see the most cultured man in Kenora, Dave Kane. And Friday, of course, as always, Chris Madsen and A Dog's Life.
Yes.
So, yeah, absolutely.
Chris is in tomorrow, too.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris is in tomorrow.
Special appearance.
Special appearance by Chris Madsen, just in today. I cannot talk today. This is killer. So go out, enjoy the hideous weather, and we will see you here bright and early tomorrow with no snow.
Have a good one, guys.
This episode of GMK was brought to you by Devil's Gap Marina, located at the end of Matheson Bay Road on beautiful Lake of the Woods and open all year round.